Oh, champ. Run up these likes, run up these likes. We're back again with another one. Listen, man, it appears that there's new footage of NBA Ben 10. Now, like I said before, man, I was convinced that this person was on life support and etc. But we already discussed earlier that, listen, maybe Ben 10 was not on life support, but it appears that he may be paralyzed. Ben 10 may be paralyzed because this guy's been in the hospital for going on 2 weeks now. It's almost more than 2 weeks. This guy's been in the hospital, right? And I guess we can say this guy's never been on life support, because if he was on life support, like really was on life support, we wouldn't see him with these things in his hands. There's no possible way, right? Now, we have been convinced multiple times that, look, this is old footage. A lot of people still don't believe that this guy is even actively talking, that this is possibly old footage from a lot of people. Something just seems fishy. I don't know. I'm leaning towards, listen, maybe he wasn't on life support, but it seems like he might be paralyzed from the waist down, perhaps, champ. I'm going to run this clip. I need y'all to make sure y'all smash the like button if y'all have not. We're going to jump into this content, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at what's going on. I'm about to mute this so I don't get hit with no flags. Champs, gotta mute this for a second. I ain't wanna get hit with no flags. Listen, if he was on life support, he can't drink none of these things. None of these things should be entering his system. You heard? If he's on life support, none of these things should be entering his system. Notice says, why isn't he talking? And this is why people keep saying that, yo, look, this guy has to be on life support, because why isn't he talking? They're saying that this footage could be old. I don't know. I'm leaning into something different, because again, this is very, very strange. You know, we not hearing too much talking. We not hearing, listen, I'm alive. It's just certain things. It's just certain things that just ain't happening. You feel me? That makes you go, I don't know, right? But listen, if you're gonna lean in and say, listen, okay, all right, listen, maybe he wasn't on life support. It looks like he can't use his legs, because in every piece of footage that we've seen thus far, we haven't seen any leg movement. I'm not gonna lie. We haven't seen no leg movement, gang. It's getting crazy. Now, people are crashing out very different on social media. I really don't care. Like I said, people have been losing their minds over this, causing ruckus, acting out. Like, bro, these people don't care about you. These people, again, would not use the bathroom on you if it would save your life. Remember this, gang. Just saying. Before you crash out, just remember. Okay? But to me, I don't know, man. Some people are still believing that these are very much fake video, not fake videos, but old videos. Not fake videos, but old videos. People believe it's old footage. I don't know. To me, it seems to be new footage. However, he might really be paralyzed, though. That's what might be the case here. Maybe Allstar JR didn't tell the full truth, but god damn it, maybe he told the half truth. Right? Some people believe both these guys are liars and clout chasers. Some believe bro ain't even here right now. We don't know what to believe. We have to go off what social media is presenting to us, though. You feel me? We gotta go off that. And that's what I'm doing here. We gotta go off exactly what social media is presenting and bringing us here, champ. And it seems like bro is good, but is he fully good, or is he on the road to recovery to walk again? Perhaps will he ever walk again? Because bro, if he's good, he would not still be in the hospital. I want y'all to know this too, by the way. If bro was all the way right, he would not still be in the hospital. I repeat, if bro was all the way correct, he would not be in the hospital. Okay, Organics says that blue soda is diabolical. Maybe it is, champ. Maybe blue soda is diabolical. I haven't drunk that since I was a child, and no such thing should go into my system that's blue for any reason unless it's mainly Gatorade, perhaps. But even that is questionable, not gonna lie. Even that's questionable, not gonna lie. That's a lot of salt in there, champ. Not gonna hold you. But gang, I don't know about this one, champ. This seems like, look, to me, if we're gonna say that this is a legitimate footage and all that, I think bro might be paralyzed, because why else are you in that hospital? You're not in the hospital to chill, champ. You in the hospital to recover, not chill, champ. Listen, the hospital is not a hotel. If bro was all the way right, he would not still be there. This means he's on the road to recovery, champ, which means bro might just be paralyzed, okay? Bro might really just be paralyzed, and it seems that way, champ. Now, he is appearing to get a haircut. Now, is this the clip which Academics is referring to? Or is this an old clip that Academics is referring to? Because this is not new. And this is not no. This is not a fresh. This is not like a right now video. This video is either a couple days old or it's older than the incident. Here's how I know this. Because Academics said that bro was getting his haircut when he talked to him. Supposedly, allegedly, when Academics spoke to Ben 10, he says Ben 10 was getting a haircut and all that. Well, is this the same thing? Because how many haircuts do you need? You dig what I'm saying? Because you only gonna get a haircut one time. How many lineups does one need in a week? Like, in a week, your next haircut shouldn't come to the following week. Your next haircut shouldn't be needed till the following week. You feel what I'm saying? So again, I don't know, man. This is interesting. This is interesting. I don't know what's really going on here. But like I said, if we're gonna say that this is real, can we say that bro might be just paralyzed? Because it seems that way. Not gonna hold you. Because there will be no other reason for him to still be in the hospital if he was fully good. When you're good, the hospital is checking you out, champ. You gotta go, right? Hospital is not a vacation spot, not a hangout spot. Never will be, champ. Unless you are EMT work on break or something, perhaps, maybe, I don't know. But this ain't no hangout spot, champ. This is where people are sick, going through things, struggling, all that. How can this be like a chill spot, champ? Something going on, man. Listen, to me, it looks like road to recovery, if I'm being honest about the situation. If I gotta be real, man, looks like road to recovery. I'm just saying. You can say whatever you want. I'm saying that, all right? This is how the mayor feels. This is the mayor's perspective. A lot of you bozos said that I said that your boy Ben 10 was deleted. Me saying someone is on life support is not the same thing as me saying that they're deleted. That's nasty word. If you think that life support and being unalived is the same thing, you just might have graduated from somewhere that has a lot of walls with no windows, not gonna lie. A very windowless classroom is what you graduated from. We just gotta be real, man. If you think for 1 second that life support and somebody passing is the same thing, it only means that you're clearly very familiar with windowless classrooms without windows, if that makes sense. If you don't know what that means, then you just prove my point. Shorty Nick says, yeah, that looked like a private healthcare facility, but he's still in a hospital bed, so he effed up regardless of where he is. Yeah, wherever he's at, something's going on. This is not like 100% there, right? You just got to be real about the situation, you know? And again, there's a lot of you bozos who's coming around. I'm seeing y'all, man. A lot of y'all is typing stuff out. I don't know if it's in English. A lot of y'all are typing. Y'all don't know how to type. I don't know how to read. I don't know how to write. It's pretty nasty, you know? And I don't think you should be talking to me if you can't formulate a sentence the right way. It's nasty work. We're grown people, champ. If you're a kid, I get it, man. B-Con says he may be paralyzed. He corpse have suffered injuries to the abdominal intestinal area. Colostomy, possibly. Oh, champ, that rhymes. Colostomy, possibly. You're trying to rap, champ. I ain't gonna lie. You're trying to, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to formulate a verse here. Drip Up says, I don't think JR was lying. I think he thought he caught a body. He should have waited to speak on it. You know what, champ? The homie Tough Stino said the same thing. He said bro was too hype that he clapped at those guys. Maybe y'all have a very good point, champ. Maybe Allstar JR thought he caught a body but really didn't catch one, champ. And we can say that. We can honestly say these things, man. He got too hype and thought he might have caught one. I ain't gonna lie to you, champ. Unless you actually caught a hat, it's not a drill. Unless you caught a hat, it's not a drill, champ. So you tried to do a drill record, but the drill didn't drill, champ. I ain't gonna hold you. The drill was not a drill, champ. Unfortunately, this didn't work in your favor. If this footage is brand new, this is what we know so far. Mac Bezel says if he got hit up in the stomach, ain't no way he eating or shipping. He should be in a ish bag, a colostomy bag. You're right. So did he really get clapped as many times as Allstar JR is saying? Because if he did, none of these things should be possible, champ. Maybe he clapped him somewhere else. I think that he clapped him somewhere else. I don't think that where he said he clapped him at is where he clapped him at. Maybe you did clap him, champ. Maybe you did, make him paralyzed. Maybe. But guess what? If he was hit where you say he got hit, this guy wouldn't be able to drink no blue Fanta, my nigga. He can't drink blue sodas and all that. He can't eat this junk food that's here, champ. He can't do that. If the damages you say you did happen, you see all this? He can't eat. Nigga, look at all this junk. Nigga, he can't eat this. He can't drink these things. He can't do that. He can't do all this nonsense. Look at all this sugar, champ. Look at all this junk. You heard? This is not healthy, champ. All this is sugar, champ. All we looking at right now is sugar. Diabetes. This is diabetic liquids, my nigga. That ass. You heard? All that is a bunch of high fructose corn syrup. You heard? Gulf of America said he's dead. I don't know if he's deleted, champ. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if he's deleted. I never said he was, though. People kept saying I said he was gone. No, I didn't. I said he could be gone. Never said these things. I said he on life support. That's not the same thing. Organic says, what's the green gin? You're asking the wrong. I'm not a big back. I can't answer these questions. You're asking the wrong person, by the way. Don't ask me about no sodas, nigga. The mayor's unaware, champ. I live a healthy lifestyle, champ. I can't relate. Shorty Nick says all lean chasing drinks too. That we do know. We do know that these are lean chaser type of drinks for sure. You know what I'm saying? Crush, the Fanta and all that. You know what I mean? I don't know. SOS says he ain't used the right screws for that drill. Looks at Allstar JR. I don't know what's going on, but this drill was not a drill. It seems, champ. It seems that this drill is not a drill. BNZ says, I didn't know there were clear crush soda. I never knew either, champ. This is all new to me. I don't drink sodas like that. If I do, it's Coke Zero, champ. Because it don't got no calories in it. The mayor watches the calories, champ. Nody says, with the burrito and salsa, yeah, that's all gonna F up your stomach. Champ, I'm not gonna lie, Allstar JR. I don't know if you did what you say you did now, champ. Because it looks to me that this person is not in the condition that we thought he would be in based on your sayings, your doings. You say he's on life support. Is he on life support? Doesn't look that way unless these videos are older than the actual incident that happened. And if we can prove these things, then this is a whole different situation here. Lisa says the hospital wouldn't allow this type of drink and food. I don't know. The last time I got admitted into a hospital, they let me bring in a lot of different foods because I wasn't eating the hospital food. Because, back then I thought hospital food would make you even more sick than you already were. That's just in my opinion, though. Feel me? Latoya says, I'm calling all these videos cap. I think we getting bamboozled. You might not be wrong about that. I'm in agreement to all things at this point because now we don't know what's going on. Ewa says the official story was that he was paralyzed. It's only Ceddy Nash saying he was deleted twice. This is true. I heard Ceddy say he got deleted twice and all this. But I do think Ceddy Nash might have had a good source, perhaps. Lisa says we will see when NBA YoungBoy touches down. Rest assured, his body is breaking down if he's still on life support. Well, listen, if we getting bamboozled here, then we might be getting bamboozled. I don't know what to believe anymore. Everything is just a bunch of things happening at one time. It's hard to tell what's real from fake at this point. Swervin says why wasn't he live from the hospital bed yet? That would prove everything, right? Yeah, this is true. If he went live, that would actually help a lot of things. But he hasn't been live yet. But you would think he would go live. That's a good assumption. Why hasn't NBA Ben 10 ever went live yet? Why this? Why not even a video of saying F Allstar JR and what have you? Like we're not getting any confirmation here. This is why we are questioning the videos, because we don't have a legitimate confirmation. Lisa says, but with his injuries, they wouldn't. The Gulf Coast says 5'6" chest shots must been a 380 or 25 cal. Well, it looks like he never got touched on the chest at all here. At all. Like, it doesn't look that way. Feel me? At all. Period. That's what it looks like here. Lone Way ENT says Ben 10 is about to be the first AI rapper. Chill. I don't know, man. It's just too much going on at once, and it's very hard to really say what's what right now. I chose one side, but now I don't know. I'm leaning into other territory here because it's hard to say what's real and what's not real, right? Noti also says NBA YoungBoy's new documentary movie just hit theaters today. American YoungBoy film documentary during his mass tour. Same director who directed Ye's movie that in theaters dropped a few months back. I did hear about YoungBoy's documentary dropping, as well as Michael Jackson's documentary or biopic dropping, as well. So this all dropped in the same week, by the way. Dig? Ewa says, come on, bro, gotta give props what he done to that boy. One lost his finger, other will have life-changing. Who I have to give props to? Who am I giving props to? Props to who, nigga? I don't know who I have to give props to. Who am I giving props to here? Lisa says the lady at the event said he was DEAD the day it happened. She said it in the video. I believe her. That's what she said. She did say that NBA Ben 10 was deleted in the video. Barney says TMZ reported on Ben 10. They did multiple times. But do they have legitimate stuff? And don't forget, TMZ sometimes messes up stories. TMZ not a legitimate, space. I know a lot of people are programmed to believe that news is supposed to be the most legitimate source, but that's not the case anymore. News can butcher stories and has butchered stories multiple times, especially outlets like TMZ that are tabloid types of, companies that can mess up a story. It's happened time and time again. They actually apologized recently for mixing the story up. TMZ has apologized for mixing up stories. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that TMZ is legit because they're this little conglomerate that has been around for years. Like, they're not the most reliable, Chim. And news these days ain't always reliable. It just is what it is. There's too much going on, gang. And there's a lot of desperation tactics. Shorty Nick says, I would think any man would do that given the chance. I ain't gonna applaud a fish for swimming. Yeah, nigga, I'm not applauding no nigga for... I don't really give a damn too much like y'all think. I'm not y'all, by the way. Don't think that the mayor cares like you care. Please don't think that. I'm just doing content. Y'all gotta realize we doing content here. I'm not you. I'm not watching YouTube. I'm not here to watch niggas. I'm giving you content, champ. And the mayor gets paid for the content. It's that simple. I am not as invested as you would think. I have to give you my perspective, though. I'm really not emotionally driven into this. People who are emotionally moved by stuff that don't got nothing to do with them usually are insane people, by the way. Dero says, salute to you, Mr. Gotham. Hey, salute to you, gang. You heard? Baney says TMZ don't care about Ben 10. They sure as hell don't give a damn. They don't care if Ben 10 breathe or don't breathe. That's a fact. You might care. TMZ don't care. I'm really not concerned as like you think, man. I'm just reporting the goddamn. I'm a hip hop channel, champ. I just report hip hop drama and what have you. That's just what I do, champ. Been doing it for quite a few years now, champs. Nobody says, damn, I didn't know that Ben 10 is YB's cousin. What the hell? Oh, champ. Well, they are friends. I didn't know they was cousins either. I thought they was just friends or something. I don't know, champ. I don't know. Eddie Alexander says, there's no way you're bumping your music like that in the hospital. Good point. I haven't heard too much music in the hospital when I was there either. So you make a very good point. You heard. Maggie says he is probably in a rehab facility now. My brother was paralyzed and moved to a rehab facility after 2 weeks. Well, it's been 2 weeks, and maybe that's where he's at. All right, we have to say alleged because we don't even know what the hell going on for real. None of us do. We can act like we do, but we don't know. Lisa says, I know, right? I am not invested either. I just like watching the content. Some people just like watching the content. They find it interesting. But don't get emotionally attached to this and be a weirdo, man. Don't be a weirdo. There's too many weirdos, man. Next Congresswoman says, if alive, he's now in rehab learning how to do his activities daily, living a paraplegic. He has to learn how to take care of himself. Plus, a family member or care home has to accept him. Well, that would be a damn shame. I'm not going to lie. That would be a damn shame. You heard? I ain't going to lie. Kim Angel Bad says, I've been clapped and had tubes up my nose, one in my stomach to suck out, etc. One for pee. I had to have an IV. He's just looking too healthy to me. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Salute to Mr. Goddamn, who says salute, Showface, salute. Listen, I don't know. Show his wounds. I can't do that. He has to show it. I don't know where his wounds are at. Again, this is why the footage is always questionable, because you don't know what's what. You see this, but you don't see the wounds that he supposedly has. But low key, it seems that he is paralyzed, because why else would he still be in the hospital if he's still there, if this footage is new? That's what I'm saying. So the question now is, why? When are we getting new footage, and is this footage actually new? The only question you should be asking yourself now is this fresh footage? Is this new? We don't know. Again, he's never went live after the shooting, so we don't truly know his condition. And at the end of the day, we don't know his condition. We only know what Allstar JR's telling. Allstar JR believed the man was on life support, still on life support. He also says the man is paralyzed. Now, one thing low-key that really could be made out of this is that, okay, he just might be paralyzed because it appears that he's still in the hospital, so he has to be recovering somehow. But the life support thing, we can't prove yet. We haven't seen nothing. Unless we in the hospital with bro, we don't truly know what's going on. Latoya Foster says the police said one been shot several times in his torso. I believe JR. I believe JR. Yeah. Listen. Mr. Goddamn says facts from personal experiences. Lisa says keep exposing the lies and they will keep up with their AI updates. I don't think this is AI. I think it might be old videos though. I think it could be old video. I don't know if I can't say that it's AI per se. As someone who uses AI, because champs, I'm gonna tell you right now, I use AI every day for multiple different things. There's so many things I use AI for. Like, there's so many things you could do on AI that you do not realize you could do on AI. If you don't use it, you don't know how beneficial it is. I'm always using AI. To me, personally, somebody who has to view a lot of AI stuff on a regular basis, I cannot say that these videos are AI. So, you never heard me say it was AI, by the way. Ever. I don't believe the videos are AI. I believe they could be old, though. But we don't know the date in which these videos were taken or the event. We just know what we're being shown. That's pretty simple. You know, we know what we're being shown. We see he's in the hospital, so it looks like it could be legit. But is it legit? We don't know fully. Nobody knows. A lot of people are just glazers and they just want things to go their way, but that ain't how life works. Life does not always go your way, champ, by the way. Okay? So, again, this is what we know so far. This is what we're seeing here. But what's really happening? Is the footage new? That's the only thing you should be asking yourself. Is this footage fresh? Is this new? For real. Because that's the only way you're going to know if what his condition might be. Perhaps you can make an assumption of what his health status might be at this point. Correct? Nody says some theaters in Atlanta already sold out. I wouldn't go to see the NBA YoungBoy doc in theaters. That's just asking for trouble. I agree, Nody. Don't do that. These YNs are a bunch of sickos, man. Something's wrong with these YNs. We seen a YN at the NBA YoungBoy concert crying for his life, which was nasty work, champ. We seen a nigga at a YoungBoy concert screaming and crying for YoungBoy in a shiesty mask. On his knees. On his knees, gang. For another grown man is nasty work. Now I understand why all of the girls in their early 20s want to get with us 30-year-old men, shit. Now it makes sense. I get it. Y'all gotta stop doing it. Listen, the last thing you want to do is cry in front of a shorty, look submissive in front of a shorty, cry to another grown man in front of women, champ. What are we doing? There's a lot of things women shouldn't see a man do. That's number one, champ. A woman should never see you on your knees crying for another man, champ. By the way, Drip Up says I seen video of people getting beat down at YB concerts too. I don't know why the F anyone would want to be in that environment. You remember the old man that got his hands and feet put on him by a 14-year-old at the YoungBoy concert, bro? Like 14 years old, putting BTA on an old white male security guard. Why are you wilding out the security? I think the security was trying to move, bro, and the bro just attacked the poor old pale security guard, champ. Nasty work. He put hands, feet, knees, toes, and elbows, alright? He put a lot of elbows on, bro. He violated this old white man. He was a security guard at one of the YoungBoy concert shows, and it got nasty, right? It got nasty, man. Miss Mall Don't Play says, what about the hospital beeping noises? I don't know. I haven't seen that either. I haven't seen it at all. You dig? Shorty Nick says, them YNs is hell, boy. Listen, man. The YNs is hell because they got blicks. What happens when you take the blicks away from the YNs? What happens when the YNs gotta use their hands and feet? Are they running the penitentiary right now? Probably not. Are they running the penitentiary right now? Probably not. Not gonna lie to you, champ. Nah, you gotta use hands. You gotta see it. You gotta see niggas who got muscle on muscle. It's a different type of fight, ain't it? Queen of Topics TV says, I actually don't mind if a man cries, but it better not be for another man. Well, there you go, champ. It better not be for another Negro, champ, by the way. Yeah, you won't ever catch the mayor crying, I promise you that, champ. You can bury the mayor without tears, promise. You heard? Tears? Cries for what, nigga? Tears? Cries for what are we crying about? What are we crying about? What are the tears for? Lauren Williams says he could be in therapy and off the machines. That's also true, man. Possibly. We don't know what's going on, gang. We can only, give our educated guesses, our hypothesis, right? That's too big of a word. I'm not gonna use hypothesis. Some of you niggas can't read. My bad. I get it. Some of y'all got terrible education. We're not gonna use no big words like that because I know you don't know what the hell that means. I'm gonna leave that one alone, champ. Let me not go overhead here, alright? Let me not get ahead of my goddamn self, champ. I know who we dealing with. And I know there's gonna be some Negroes in the comments with a bunch of spelling errors, bad punctuation, just a bunch of mess ups, champ. Somebody had the audacity to say you are more mature than I thought. Whatever that means, I don't know. I don't know what that means, man. I don't know what that means. America, we're done. We're cooked. You heard? We're cooked. Marco Rader says, I believe his family is running his account and he is not doing well. Videos old or fake. Zero chance he's eating solid foods with 5 shots to the torso and stomach. If he was so good, he would be out of the hospital. This is all fair. This is all fair. Listen, this is literally my stance for a long time. Now I'm questioning everything. Everything I must question because things are getting way too weird for my liking. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, I'll be honest. Okay. Long Williams says 2 weeks in an induced coma isn't that long. He can be okay. Perhaps. Maybe he is, champ. I don't know what's real and what's fake at this point, nigga. At this point, we just gonna say everything is AI. We don't know what the hell going on. Shorty Nick says, hell yeah, I think they all cap at this point, both sides. Nigga, guess what? The shooting that took place at that, Confessions nightclub in Houston? Nigga, it was AI. How about that, nigga? Now we saying, nigga, J Prince Jr. is not real. He's artificial intelligence, nigga. You never seen J Prince in person, right? Nigga must be fake. He's not real. If you ain't seen bro in person, he doesn't exist, nigga. Alright, let's just say J Prince Jr. is an AI street nigga. He's not real. Alright, there you go. Yeah, J Prince Jr., you an AI street nigga. We never seen you in real life. Alright, nigga, you're an artificial intelligence street nigga. Alright. We just gonna say that. Can we say that now? Everything is fake, nigga. The shooting fake. All we seen was made on Sora 2 AI program. Nigga, the goddamn shooting fake. Everything fake. Allstar JR not even real. We didn't know who Allstar JR was before this, nigga. So Allstar JR gotta be a made up character. Am I wildin'? We ain't never seen a nigga before. How is he real? We never seen Allstar JR till now. Nigga, the whole thing AI, nigga. You let me put on my tinfoil hat real quick and just say everything fake, my nigga. Everything is fake. It's not real. Nothing's real, gang. It's all a facade, champ. This the Mandela effect. We thought we seen something that we didn't see. There we go, nigga. Mandela effect, nigga. How's that? That's my last and that's the last thing I got to say about this, nigga. Mandela effect. We thought we seen something that wasn't there, nigga. We've been bamboozled all across the board, nigga. Yeah, we don't know what's real, nigga. It's fake. Nobody says the other dude did lose his fingers though. Did he? I don't know why they lie about him being alive and I don't know why they lie about him being alive and well, because they wouldn't be able to keep up the shtick for too long. That's what I'm saying. So what's real and what's fake? You know what I'm saying? What's real and what's fake? We don't know. Miss Maldon Play says, I still don't see no proof of life. And I don't see no proof of him being deleted neither. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what's real no more, champ. At this point, it's all AI, nigga. J Prince Jr., AI. Never seen it before. Allstar JR, we just heard of this nigga. We didn't know who the hell this nigga was before this incident. If this incident never happened, we would have went the rest of our lives not knowing who the hell Allstar JR is. Did you know that, champ? We would have never knew this nigga, man. We would have never knew who the nigga was. So many goddamn rappers. How the hell we supposed to keep up with everybody? You would have never knew this nigga, man. For real. So, his claim to fame, nigga, he was Magneto in a situation in Houston. He turned into Magneto and got the steal, nigga. He turned into Magneto. He lifted the steal and magically got into his goddamn hands, nigga. Alright? There you go. Drip Up also says, you think there's people would be playing games like Folio people? It's a never, listen, I don't put nothing past nobody. This could be Folio games times 1,000. This could be Folio all over again times 1,000. Perhaps. Alright? Perhaps. I don't know, gang. Marco says, truth is they are embarrassed. They try to rob someone, got popped with their own gun, and now in critical condition. I believe he's still in ICU. Well, you're not wrong, gang. You're not wrong. And clout is one hell of a substance now, isn't it, champ? Yeah, it is. But look, man. If you ain't smashed that like button, I need you to make sure you hitting that like, man. Up these likes, man. Turn your notification bells on and subscribe to the mayor to get all of the mayor's updates. You dig? And when the video is done, I need you to make sure you hitting that hype button, because the hype button is incredibly essential to the Mayor's channel, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, listen, man. One more thing before we get all the way up out of here, because this is getting too crazy.
Y'all know what it is, man. The New York Giant.
It's the Mayor, the one and only New York Mayor, F Mom Donnie, and you're rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the time for everybody at all time. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.